everybody. Good evening. This is Miss Shirley O.G. Gardner, Cleveland, Ohio, Zone 6B. If you're watching the replay, thank you so much. And hit that like button so that you show me that you like me just a little bit. Hit that notification button so that you'll be aware of any new videos I might upload. Like, share, and subscribe. Oh, I want to let you guys know. Thank you for all your prayers who remembered to pray for me today. I went into the procedure today on my leg. I have a nerve block in my right leg, and it's trying to help combat the nerve damage that happened after I had my total knee replacement. So they said it takes it about a week for it to kick in and really show if it is effective. So keep praying for me, y'all, that this shot will help me out. Otherwise, they will have to put in one of those little guide wires and a little device at my hip, like a heart monitor pacemaker. That's what I was trying to think of, where I would have to give myself electrical charges to keep my leg moving. And I was like, how long will I have to wear that? And they said for the rest of your life. So hopefully this nerve block will help. So keep your prayers going. Thank y'all for coming in this evening. I seen Auntie Ellen. She had been up early, so she was asleep. She's taking a nap. Mike. I seen Presbyterian coming in. Hey, Jigs. Let's see who else I see. Angela Calloway. Thank you. That's my art. Yep. Lynette Lawrence. My vision's a little off tonight, too. I'm still seeing floaters. So excuse me if I'm looking down at my phone every now and then to check things out. Hey, Passionately Intrigued Arts, PIA. How are you, darling? Thank you. So yeah, it was cold here today. The winds was high. They said we're supposed to have 1 inch of rain by Sunday, which is okay because I didn't clear it out most of my garden beds and cleared out pretty much half of the green stalk. So I'm kind of ahead of the game because I didn't know how this shot was going to do my leg, and I wanted to make sure nothing got left behind. I did all my laundry and all that other stuff yesterday. So they told me to stay off of it for the next 2 days, so that's what I'm going to do. So I see a lot of you guys have come in already. You can drop your temperature by typing weather, either your zip code or your state. Let us know how it is there. It was crazy. The day before it was 39 degrees. Yesterday was 60 degrees, and the day was like 50. So we got up and down temperature. We have what they call pneumonia and flu weather. You really don't know how to dress. Oh, you're welcome, huh? And so it's just crazy how this weather is here, up and down, up and down. So you have to kind of dress and layer so you don't get overheated once it starts to warm up. And you can kind of strip or open up your jacket. Mike said the wind is crazy. I opened door to get the groceries earlier, and it nearly took my door off. Yeah. My sister pulled up. My baby sister took me, so she was there for the whole procedure. And they brought me out in a wheelchair. They didn't even want me to walk out. And the wind like to snatch her car door open when they wheeled me out. So they made sure they held on to me while I sat down inside the car, make sure it didn't take me and go. So yeah. So this weather's crazy. It's 43 right now and clear. All right, I'm looking at the temperature at the bottom of the computer. So it's 43 and clear with high winds. Yeah. Okay. Everybody's dropping their weather and state. In Minneapolis, it's only 52 degrees, overcast. The winds is blowing 13 miles an hour. The humidity is currently at 41%. Yeah. Yeah, Mike, here we go. I was watching the news and the weather, and they was like snow for us next week and possibly 2 to 3 feet at that. Yeah. Hey, LGGJ. Thank you for stopping in this evening. Appreciate you. Lynette says in North Carolina, it was nice today, 54 degrees at this time. Yeah, the winds was high. I mean, it was really high. I was blowing leaves, and yesterday was trash day. So for the folks who hadn't grabbed their cans off the street, the wind was blowing them out in the street and blowing the flaps open. It was hot mess today. How the high winds. Ann Arbor. Okay, that's right. You are in Michigan. J3 said 63 on my side of Georgia. Okay. Ann Arbor is currently clear. The wind is blowing from 6 miles per hour. The humidity is currently 49%. All right. Happy Mac, what's up? 29 at my house, clearing off. Oh, I hope to see the northern lights tonight. Ah, happy Mac. Yes. We're warmer than that. I thought we were cold. Oh, okay. Everyone talking out there. Miss J.K. Gardner, how are you, sweetheart? Y'all see my host hanging with me. She been hanging tight. She been hanging tight. Hopefully, I get a good night's sleep tonight, y'all. This nerve block's supposed to help with this pain and spasms I've been having. So I'm really looking forward to a restful sleep tonight. I might go right after the live tonight because I'm exhausted. It's been a long day. Everybody saying hello to one another. That's nice. Did I say hi to you? That's my art. Look who came to say hello. Oh yeah, she been sleep. You see, she been staying close to me since I have been in so much pain and hurting. I can't peel her off from me. You know, normally she disappeared during the live. She'll come in and you'll hear her, then she go. See where she at, and she peeking at me out of one eye. Yeah, she been staying close. Everybody saying hello to one another. Mm-hmm. That's good. So my question to you guys tonight, it's just something silly and goofy. You know, each week everybody has serious topics and done a lot of research. So I just thought I'd kind of lighten it up this evening as far as the main subject. And it said if you could be a vegetable, okay, whether a leafy green or hot pepper or a root vegetable, what would you be? Hey, G Mama, growing hard in the garden. Thank you for stopping in. I found peanuts today and wish you all live closer. Oh, wow. That's nice. Yeah. I was watching, who was that? David Corey today, and how Shantae showed up. She got a lot of goodies out of David Crawford. I was like, ooh, I need to be there. And then she had the nerve to eat figs and just smacking on them. I was like, oh, I'm so jelly right about now. Hey, Unique, thank you for stopping in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, so I was like, yeah, those figs look really good. And that tree was huge. So, yeah. I'm using hints to look at cruises. Yeah, I got a cruise planned for next December to go back to Jamaica again, and this time on a resort that's all inclusive. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to being pampered. So I keep paying on it now, and hopefully by halfway through, if the price change, I can save a few coin, as Presbyterians say. Yes, indeedy. I'm looking forward to it. And it's in December, so it's not a cruise we flying over. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And I'm looking forward to being able to walk on my own at Savannah Soil Family Expo. Yeah, I'm putting my coins. I got Gina's book there, and I'm starting to save up my coins for that too. Woo, okay, the chat just jumped. Happy Mac also. Oh, okay. Uh, okay. Hey, hey, Bammy, my brother from another mother. How are you? Hope you feeling better. Angela, did I say hi to you, Angela? That's what old age and imperfection. I don't even know who I said hi to, but I'm saying hi to everybody 2 or 3 times. Take it as a blessing. And not an early stage of Alzheimer's, okay? Everybody saying hello to one another. Yeah, so what kind of vegetable would you be? I had to stop and think about it. What I originally wanted to be, I changed my mind, and I was like, I want to be what they call the 1 million cherry tomatoes that keep producing to the point where people say, I don't want them anymore. You just keep producing. It can be cold, snow get ready to come in, and you still throwing out cherry tomatoes. Cherry tomatoes, when they start producing, once they start ripening up, boy, I tell you, and they sometimes they ripen up in groups, and you can't give enough of them away. I mean, you can only fill up your freezer with so many of them, you know. And you can make sauces and juice and powders and all kinds of good stuff. But whew, be right back. I'm gonna grab coffee I need. Okay, Mike, I understand. Yeah, the kind of work hours you got. Yes, ma'am. You did, Miss Shirley. Yeah. So yeah, I was like, yeah, 1 million, because I actually grew um what they call the million cherry tomatoes, and I had folks say, please don't give me no more. I don't have no more. I can't eat anymore. I can't freeze anymore. They taking up too much room in my freezer. Hey, my Renaissance grandma, how are you, darling? In the bushes eating dinner. That's all right. I'm glad you stopped in. Enjoy your dinner. Take your time so you don't get gas and heartburn. G Mama says, I want to be cauliflower and possibly a sweet potato because they're delicious. Yes, they are. Let me tell you, y'all, I did a video on my sweet potato harvest this year. I hadn't downloaded it because I was so disappointed. I had a better harvest 2 years ago and last year than I did this year. It was sad. I still might drop it. Hey, Wellness with Frugal Mama, what's up? I'll be a pepper, both sweet and spicy. All right, Presbyterian. I ain't mad at you now. Yes, want to be a Fresno pepper. Flavorful, but not too hot and pretty. Oh, look at Mike. You want to be pretty? Stop. Uh, uh, everybody saying hello to one another. Bama said, an ear corn whispers sweet things in my ear. He a poet and don't know it. Stop it. Oh, yeah. Ear core whisper sweet things in my ear. Stop it. You too. That's funny. Happy Max said, I was thinking about being bright like Swiss chard, cold, hardy, resilient, and colorful. Woo! I ain't mad at you because Swiss chard come in different colors, red and yellow and pink. Yeah, hey, that's sexy. Different colors. Unique said eggplant because I like the heat and can't stand the cold. Oh, all right now. I ain't mad at you. Yeah. Look what JT said. I'll be a beet. People don't like me, but I'm good for them. Now that's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, a beet. And I love beets though. I ain't mad. I like beets. Beets. I have pickled beets. You know what I do? When I eat all my pickled beets, I don't throw out the juice, the rind. I will go buy a can of regular beets, or if I can find some at the farmer's market, I just cut them up and slice them up and put them in the brine and leave it in there for a week or two, and it tastes just like regular pickled beets. I don't keep buying beets over and over. I just keep resupplying the original jar of beet juice. And the same way with pickles. I take some cucumbers I have and slice them up, and I keep the juice, the brine from my pickles, because I love dill pickles, and put it in there and call it a day. You kind of get resourceful. Hey, backyard garden, Flo. How are you, darling? Glad to see you this evening. Thank you for stopping in. So yeah, I'm all right. Only a handful of y'all has said what you would like to be now. If you could be a vegetable, whether a leafy green, a hot pepper, or a root vegetable, what would you be? Everybody saying hi to Flo. Oh, life with tar. I'm trying to get your name straight, Frugal Mama. Tasharia. I'm gonna get it together in a minute. Oh, you at your son's practice. Hey, Tag. All right, watching me on the big screen. All right, I ain't mad at you. So, what kind of vegetable would you be though, if you had that opportunity? Because we have had a chance to grow all kinds of vegetables in our garden. We have been privileged to grow fruit trees, some natural to our climate, and some are what they call exotic or tropical from other countries, along with berry bushes and other things. I've been watching how everybody had a proliferation of roselle this year, a Jamaican sorrow going on my internet. All right. Am I back, y'all? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? I hope I'm back. Hello, Soul Diva. Hey, pretty girls. Street. Can y'all hear me? Can you see me? Can you put a one in the chat? Okay, that's what I want to know. Hey, Eleanor, been missing you. Nice to see you in the chat tonight. Thank you so much. I don't know what happened, y'all. I was just sitting here and it just kicked me out. Oh, you ate your first nasturtium flower? Girl, please. I love them little peppery things. Every time they blooming in the yard, I have people stop by and I say, pick that and eat it. And they look at me like, I'm not picking that and eating it. And I'll pick one, eat it, and pop it in my mouth. They say, you really eating it? And I was like, yeah. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, I'm back. I don't know what happened. Okay. Uh, well, we got high winds here, so it's a possibility they messing with the Wi-Fi. Thank you so much, folks. I appreciate you. Yeah. So yeah, nasturtium flowers are good, and the leaves too. I know a lot of bakers will use them as decorations on their cakes since they're edible, and the leaves too. They will dip them in like an egg wash and put sugar on them, crystallize them, and it helps keep the natural color in them, and put them in salads as well as decoration on cakes and stuff. So yeah, GT, what's up? GT, I was laughing when you had your son on that channel there and y'all was taste testing, and at the end you was waiting on him to say respect the process. And he was sitting like, huh? Oh, I was cracking up. Yeah, Mike, I told you since I when I'm in pain, I can't peel her off of me. When I'm feeling better, you won't see her. She'll disappear. I'm feeling better, y'all. I had my shot today. Don't tell Annabelle. uh, I was having a hard time trying to cut my bracelets off because I'm allergic to everything. So they put this on me, outpatient. So they gave me my what they call it, nerve block in my leg today. So I'm waiting on it to work. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, we got high winds here. They some of them is like up to 15, 20 miles an hour. So Deepa said, I ate broccoli leaves and the stock in a stir fry with shrimp for the first time tonight. Ooh, that sounds good. Let me tell you, so Deepa, like my granddaughter and I, we would cook together. She would come over and spend the night with me. Now she's grown, married with kids of her own. But she came over one time and I was doing shrimp and linguine. So we were drinking I had a bottle of white wine. I poured her a glass. I had a glass, and she was doing the noodles, and I was sauteing the shrimp. So as I was sauteing the shrimp, I poured a little more of the wine in the shrimp. And then she poured a little wine in the water for the noodles. Thank you, GT. I am better. I'm still a little congested, but a lot better than what I was last week. And so by the time the shrimp linguine was done, we was wasted, and so was the food, and we just laughed. Yeah, it was really good. Eleanor said, I am happy you are better. Love. Thank you. I have been thinking of you and your recovery. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. I was scared today if they thought I was too congested, was they're going to give me this shot, but they said, oh, you okay. So your blood pressure was a little high. And the only reason it was because I was nervous about this shot. You know, they had given me my original nerve block in my spine when they did the surgery. So I was a little apprehensive about another nerve block in my leg. I didn't know how this was going to affect my mobility. Uh, I'm still not sure. Okay, they said it'll be a couple of days before I really feel it. I had to stay off my feet today and tomorrow. And they said in about a week, it will really let me know whether or not it's going to work for me. So I'm praying on it. Yeah, I have what I got out there, and it's actually got little small Brussels sprouts. I actually took some leaves off my Brussels sprouts, and I took some collards and I cut them up with some garlic marinade and butter and sauteed them down. That was bamming. Yeah, it was good. I couldn't believe how tender and sweet the leaves off that Brussels sprouts was. I don't think my Brussels sprouts is going to make it. They start developing, but it's cold. They like cool weather, but it's getting ready to get cold. I can't pick up the pot to bring it inside, so I'm not gonna worry about it. I'll just be growing them next year. Oh, you like the leaves more than the florets? Hey, sometimes they could be sweeter. Some of those leaves, as you catch them in an early stage, they are really sweet. They're not tough. They will cook down real quick, and they have a sweetness that seems to come out when you saute them in either butter or garlic. So with a little olive oil, salt and pepper, you good to go. Yeah, I make that as a side dish. If I don't have any string beans available, excuse me, from the one plant, I will grab the leaves off whatever growing out there and wash them and saute them. And it's good. Yeah. So, I mean, it's just like you guys who have chickens. I've seen you guys break off the leaves off your greens and stuff and give it to your chickens. It's healthy. They like it. So, if your animals can enjoy it, so can you. Mike said, I took stems from my brassicas, chopped fine, froze, going to use to make bone broth. Okay. I see everybody now starting to make their own homemade broth, uh, chopping up carrots and onions and celery and using either turkey wings or chicken, making their own homemade broth, which is a nice base for your soups and stuff. So, this is my time of year where I do make a lot more soups than I will heavier meals because they're easier to make. They stretch a lot further and they're nutritious because if you add everything in them, they can be quite tasty. Like I just finished making some more. Now I'm hooked on 15 bean soup. I had some smoked ham hocks. And I cooked the ham hocks down till they was almost falling off the bones, and then I put my beans on, and I had my beans washed and soaked so they absorbed some of the water, and it was swelling up and taking up a lot of that water in the bowl. Rinsed them real good and poured them in there, and I made some rice and some cornbread. And I had cornbread this thick, and it came out nice. I put some butter and some of that J3 honey on top. Booyah. It was on. Just like folks talking about the EBT is they're not giving us any EBT. I don't know how to survive, please. What was you doing before EBT came out? Yep. Eleanor said, I would like to be tomatoes as they last a while this year. At my job, we are putting the garden to bed this week. Okay. Yeah, I already finished mine. I caught them a couple of nice days and I did it because I didn't know how my leg was going to be. And I was like, you can't always depend on other folks to put your garden down the way you do it. So this way I wouldn't be sitting there worrying about it. Happy Max says, soup is sounding so good. I got to think of something. Girl, there's all kinds of soups. Living that good life, healthy soups. Yeah, let me tell you, long time ago, I don't know, about 40 years ago, maybe 45, I used to watch a couple of kids. And I was like, dang, we don't have, my cousin came over and she looked at the refrigerator. She said, there's no food in here for the kids. So I went in there and I looked, I said, there's food in here. She said, no, it's not. I was like, girlfriend, you're going to have to learn to quit being bougie. Get out a pot, put some water in it, cut up some onions, cut up some potatoes. There was some leftovers of was it mixed vegetables that had peas and carrots and stuff in it. Dump that in there. It was some leftover broccoli florets. Throw that off in there. It was some leftover chicken, I think it was. Throw that in the pot. Cooked all of it. Cooked that all down. Made a pan of cornbread, fed all the babies and the adults. Babies went home full and happy, and so did the adults. I was like, you better learn how to use what you got and quit thinking that you got to have crab legs and filet mignon. I was like, that's okay on the side when you got the meals for it, but otherwise, shoot, please break down the old school. I love me some neck bones and white potatoes or neck bones and rice, and I backed up on all kinds of beans. I think I went to Wally World one day, and I normally just go there for cases of water. But some said stop in the dry goods section. They had a sale on beans. I'm talking about uh, was it sweet peas, navy beans, black eyed peas, kidney beans, all the beans. And I just loaded up on it. Then they had the big 20-pound bags of parboiled rice. I got a couple of those. I loaded up on it. I was like, oh, I'm not going to be hungry for nobody. Yep. Big program is being underutilized during this time. You can be on Snap and Wig. Okay. Hey, Farmer Chest girl, I've been following you with your girlfriend and the little girl. Y'all been funny. Yeah. And welcome to our garden community, because I hadn't seen you before. Then you popped up in here and you popped up strong. So welcome, welcome, welcome from me personally to you. Mike said, I just take my chopped frozen peppers and onions and frozen garden vegetables in a pressure cooker with my bone broth and smoked meat of some kind, set 35 minutes under pressure, and perfect soup. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, you can add whatever you want to. You can add string beans or regular beans or rice or black beans. I mean, you can get creative. When you make a soup, there is no specific recipe when you cook a soup. You can just put everything in it. And when you add stuff from your garden, it's a lot stronger than if you got it from the produce department. I grew celery for years on end. I had celery that actually came back 3 years straight. That celery was so strong, it was nowhere near the celery that you buy in the store. Does he like his hands? Hey, hon. I was watching you earlier today. I was waiting on you to pull out your pew pew for that squirrel. Hey, Crooked Peach, what's up, my wiggle sister? Bouger, what's up? How are you, sweetheart? Thank you for stopping in. You tickle me when you say hello, Elder. No one else does that like Bouger. Yeah. So yeah, when people said they don't know how to survive, we've been surviving off of leftovers, what other people won't eat. We learn how to take whatever they discarded, add some seasoning to it, and been tearing it up. And now they like to eat the same thing we do because we add seasonings to our food. We know how to, as my mama say, doctor stuff up. Like you got that one cousin who bring a potato salad to the cookout and it's bland and nasty as heck. Then y'all take it in the kitchen and you go, bam. You add some paprika and a little mustard and salt, pepper, a little garlic powder, a little onion powder. Not the same potato salad, but it's a lot better. So yeah, we know how to survive, over whatever. And like a lot of us have taken our produce and putting it in on dryer racks, dehydrator, freeze dryer or whatever, crushing it up and putting it in a jar and labeling it. And we have the real full potency of our herbs when we're cooking. And they're good in soups, on a roast, on a nice steak. I went out the other day and cut up some rosemary for a friend. And he's like, I said, do you use rosemary? He was like, yeah, my steak and on my what is it? The chicken and a few other things. So yeah, I mean, I can't figure out what vegetable I would be. Crooked Peach, I can see you as a carrot. Long, tall, and sweet with the hair. Eleanor said, yes, I had cooked collards early this year as my friend got a plate and shared it with me. Let me tell you, I took, heck yeah, grow your herbs. Yeah, I took some cabbage to work one day, some smothered cabbage, some cornbread with some yams, and I think I had maybe some chicken. Um, and my European coworkers was smelling it, and it's like, oh, it smells so good. So one of the nurses came in and she said, "Oh, Miss Shirley, can I try that?" So I gave her. I had enough that I gave her a little bit on a plate, gave it to her. She sucked that up so quick and she came back over to me. I was like, "Girl, if you don't move away from me," it's called seasoning. That's all it is. It's called seasoning. Oh, that's hilarious. It was the one vegetable I thought of. Hey, great minds think alike. Oh, Farmer Chan said, I love Dr. Nafu. I know that's right. Yeah, you gotta make sure it's palatable, as they say, to the taste buds. Term high off the hog was because they only ate loins. We took everything else and made it delicious. That's what I'm saying. All right. That's why the price of chicken went up, chicken, especially chicken wings. I can find drumsticks, breast, and thighs that are cheaper than chicken wings nowadays. Chicken wings have gone through the roof as far as pricing. Steaks is ridiculous. Um, it's quite a few things that have gone up in price that make you go, do I really want that this week, or can I get this single pork chop over here, a little pack of small pork chops over here compared to this over there? Yeah. Yep, yep. Eleanor said, yes, I tried some for the first time early this year. I can tell the difference between all the greens now, collards, turnips, mustards, etc. Yeah, because mustards can have a little bite to it. You got different kinds of mustards. You got flat leaf, you got the curly, the same way with the collards. I've seen collards different colors. Um, Champions compared to the Georgia collards, they're different color, different shape and stuff. So yeah, yeah, you gotta pay attention. You gotta pay attention to your veggies and your food when you're getting it. Oh my God, fried cabbage. Oh yeah, fried cabbage. Oh yeah. I see a lot of people add carrots. I don't normally add carrots, but I will add peppers of all different colors, the red, green, yellow, and orange, along with garlic and onions. Saute that down. And I'm sorry, y'all, I have to say this, but I use a little bacon fat. That's the coup de grace when you doing fried cabbage. It's the big squeeze, Miss Shirley. Prices are not they're not crazy. They are ridiculous. And don't be on a tight budget. Good Lord. Whew. And then I was listening to Stacy when he was like, somebody asked him that he had a problem with deer. And he's like, ooh, I wish a deer would come up on my property. I thought about him and Homesteader Rachel. I was like, yeah, that would be in the freezer by the end of the day. Oh, I was like, I still need y'all to come over here. They just passed an ordinance in our neighborhood that they having hunters come and thin out the herds. Like I was telling y'all, I'm in a middle class neighborhood, but 2 streets over is $1 million mansions. And these deer and other creatures are eating up these high priced azaleas and rhododendrons and eating down all their hostas. Now they want to thin them out and get rid of them. I was like, hey, come please, because that means if you thin them out, that means they'll get out of my yard too. So I ain't mad at them. Oh yeah, girl, I'm gonna use that bacon now. Yeah, yeah, got pig fat. Mike. Hey, Francine, how are you? Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. Everybody saying hello to you. I missed a comment I want to check out. Uh, Fried salt pork or bacon, add butter, fried cabbage, splash cider vinegar, and heaven. Yeah, I had gotten away from salt pork and bacon a long time ago. If I cook bacon in the morning, I pour that grease into a jar, old school glass jar with a lid on it, and I use it, for a lot of things. Thank you, Francesca. Because I done found out a lot of my male friends don't eat pork. So I use a lot of smoked turkey uh, if I'm making certain things, if I know they're coming over to eat. Other than that, I do use the smoked ham hocks every now and then because they got a lot of meat in them ham hocks. You know, sometimes you don't need to have extra meat if you cook them in your greens or in your beans or whatever, because that can be enough. Give me a bottle of hot sauce and I'm good. Yeah, they are expensive. Everything's going up. Everybody, oh hey Barb, how are you? I didn't see you slide in. I see people saying hello to you. Yeah, so there's a lot of things that we just need to get back to, and I call it the basics. You know, before they before supermarkets became so popular where people can go and buy food in a can, and a lot of times there was problems with botulism and some of those cans that wasn't properly sealed, or you can open up your cupboard and find a can exploded, you know, from the gases building up because it wasn't properly processed before they were put in the cans, or it was a hole in the can or a leak in the can or whatever. So I remember them days. Okay, I'm a little more mature than some of y'all, so I do remember some of them days, you know, back in the day. But my grandmother cooked a lot of stuff from scratch, so I didn't really learn about jar canned food and stuff until late later in life because I was cooking a lot of stuff from scratch. I like to entertain, so yeah. Everybody saying hello. I'm doing well. Thanks for so yeah, people just need to get back to the basics. You know, like I said, quit trying to spend every dime you have on the most expensive food that they have and be reasonable. You got to learn how to, like, my mom used to have a menu, you know, like every Wednesday we had spaghetti and meatballs. Thursday uh, was pork chops with applesauce, you know, and sweet peas, you know, and cornbread. And Friday was always fish fry on Friday, you know. I think Monday was meatloaf. Tuesday we even had Taco Tuesday back in the day. So yeah, my mom had a menu and she bought food that covered each day so that she could complete. So we knew exactly what we were going to have. It wasn't like these kids now who think you're supposed to be a short order cook in the kitchen. I want to eat that today. Can't we have pizza and this and that and other? Pizza was a treat back to us. It wasn't like you could pick up the phone and call for a pizza. If you wanted a pizza, mom would make some crust and you could throw some what they call pepperonis and sprinkle some cheese on it and throw it in the broiler up under the stove. That was pizza. Okay, that was for us growing up. When you got a house full of kids, you wasn't trying to do all of that. So, but whatever mom cooked and set in front of you, that's what you ate. Period. If you didn't eat that, you went home. You went to bed hungry, and she didn't care because it was like ain't nothing wrong with that food. You know it was coming. It tastes good. My mom was a good cook. I ate everything on my plate, and if you turned your head, I would eat yours too. So, so yeah, yeah. These kids nowadays, I want pancakes. I want this. I want that, and I'm like, oh, you won't be eating today, boo boo. You better. Like at Johnny's house, you will. You need to go over to Johnny's house because if I make pancakes, everybody eating pancakes. One's not gonna have a bowl of cereal because you don't want any pancakes today. No, whatever I cook, that's what you ate. You want to go to school hungry? That's on you, but the food is there. Yeah, so times have changed, so have children, and so have their parenting. I think I like to be a tomato. Okay, I read that. Everybody saying hello. I got behind in the chat. Now that's funny, Francesca. What you say? It's odd because I'm in Minnesota. I hate ice, but don't mind the snow. Go figure. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh, best yet, Journey. Hey, Lady B. Thank you for stopping in this evening. Whoop whoop. That's right, Mike. Tell her. Welcome her in. Whoop whoop. Yes, indeedy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Miss you. Go to Johnny's house. You eat what was prepared. That's right. That's what I'm saying. Back in the day, it wasn't no short order cooks. Whatever they put down in front of you, that's what you ate. And if you didn't eat, because back in the old school, once that kitchen was clean, that was a wrap. It wasn't about you going in there making no fried bologna sandwich or no peanut butter and jelly. No, if you didn't eat what you had for dinner, because my mom also made us have a dessert. We always had a dessert, whether it was fruit cocktail or jello or whatever. My mom always made sure we had some kind of sweets. So yeah. Nikki Walker, hey, hadn't seen you for a minute. You okay? Everything all right with you? Yep. Eleanor, my mom raised what said. My mom wasn't no short order cook. She got all them mouths to feed. Whatever she made, that's what you ate. If we got treated with spaghetti, and she would make garlic bread, and we would all help and do that. My mom didn't play that. Yes, indeed. You ate what was there in front of you, or you did not eat at all. Uh, Francisca said, "That's the way I roll. You eat what I make, or it will be waiting for you even for breakfast." My mom did me like that. She did that. I didn't eat my dinner. My mom didn't know how to cook Brussels sprouts. I hated Brussels sprouts as a kid. She would cook them till they became mushy and they was nasty. And I go in the kitchen to sit down and have breakfast. Everybody else having cream of wheat and toast and bacon and stuff, and here my Brussels sprouts sitting in front of me. She like, I ain't got no food to be wasting. So I'm hanging in there. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, so yeah. Farmer Chaser, I have a friend that cooks different meals for her kids because they like different things. I wouldn't know. Like I said, I ain't a short order cook. I ain't got it going on like that where I got the energy to make each individual child what they want. Oh, heck to the no. Like I said, what I fix, if you didn't want to eat, you better find somebody else's house and you better not make anything different. Don't go in there and make a bologna sandwich or a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. No, you ate what I made or you don't eat at all. If I had spaghetti, I always had a tossed salad and I had garlic bread on the side. Okay, that should fill you up. You can eat as much spaghetti as you want, but all that second and third, this ain't a restaurant. There's no menu. What you see is what you get. And sometimes it tastes better the next day. Eleanor said, yes, I am 26, so still young, but not in the short order cook group. Hey, never be in that. This isn't Burger King and you can't have it your I hear you, Ray. Exactly. You know, like my son, he came home one day from school. Now I got two steaks. It's the two of us. One for me, one for him. And I had a salad and I think maybe some sweet peas cut up with onions and stuff in it. So I went upstairs to do something. I come back down. I look in the pan. He didn't ate his steak and my steak. I was like, oh, heck to the no. I called that boy back down there. I said, empty your pockets. He emptied his pockets. His money fell out. I grabbed the money and I was like, go to the store and buy me another steak. You know, it's the two of us. You know, I ain't never cooked you no steaks. One for you and one for me. Go get my dinner. I was like, no, you're not doing me like that. He's like, Mom, that's my lunch money. That's your problem. Did nobody tell you to be greedy and eat my steak? He went to the store. I said, don't bring back no little flimsy thin one either. Bring the same kind of steak that was in there back because it was nice and juicy. He brought it back. I bet you ain't do that no more. That's right, Liddy. Take it or leave it. Brussels sprouts equal pennies. Oh, uh, GT, I was remembering that cabbage. That was that cabbage. It was like this big. I couldn't believe you grew that. Crooked Peach said she was away from the phone. Hello to anybody that came in that she might have mixed. I got some cocoa water in there too. GT had me drinking that so that I could get my electrolytes and my minerals back the time I was sick. Hey, what's up? How you doing, David? Was your ears burning? I was talking about your video earlier today with Shantae. I was like, oh, you sent her home with all the goodies. I was like, look at that. She got a fig tree. She got all, oh, she got all kinds of good stuff. I'm jealous when y'all got to eat them figs. I was like, oh, that's just rude. Francisca said, I remember as a small child, my eyes were always bigger than my stomach, and I had to sit there till my supper was gone. Sometimes it was 10 p.m. before I finished. Yeah, I've had that happen. But you wasn't hungry when you finally laid down and went to sleep, though. So, yeah, yeah, you cleaned your plate. You seriously cleaned your plate. You didn't leave nothing behind. Mm-hmm. You ate the whole thing. Everybody saying hello to one another. Hey, David, if you had the chance to be a vegetable, whether it be green, hot pepper, or a root veggie, what would you be? I, I'm I'm really inclined to hear what this answer is. Thank you, Lady B. Love you too, boo. Lynette said, uh-oh, you jumped. Lynette said, Mom cooked Brussels sprouts and I hated them. So 6 years old would stuff them in my mouth and to the bathroom. My mom wouldn't let us do that, Jack. You make sure you chewed them up as well. You couldn't even get away with that. Mm-mm. My mom was slick. She didn't play them games. She's like, she'll check the trash can. You better not dump it in the trash. You can't put them on somebody else's plate. Oh. And then my mom to the bathroom in the toilet they went. I said, where you going? Open up your mouth. That's the way my mama would have been. Have a seat. Chew it up. A cucumber? I can see that. That's crazy. I can actually see you as a cucumber. I would. That's funny. Nah, you didn't have to go there, a big cucumber. You know, when they get too big, they get tough. They ain't as sweet and tender or as juicy. How about that since you want to go there, boo? Mm-hmm. No. He couldn't be a hot pepper. He a sizzler. No. Yeah. Just I would be corn. You got to run. Okay. All right. You take care now. Enjoy. I know if I catch pop up in the morning letting the chickens and stuff out, I'll catch you when I can. Am I buffering? Yeah, like I said, that little message popped up, so it's a possibility. Good night, Peach. Vanessa, I waited until mom went in her room for something. Oh, everybody had their own system of doing it. Yeah, I know. Like I said, that little message popped up saying oops. So I hope I don't get kicked out again. Just letting you know. You said you waited till your mom left the room. What if she didn't leave the room? But Mike said I froze for a second. Okay. You back? Woohoo! Thank you, y'all. Okay. What's that? Caliente pepper? Okay. I don't think I'm ever. Mm-mm. I don't think I know about that one. I know my African brother. He had me look up a pepper. I was like, why you having me to look it up? I was like, you can look it up and grow it yourself. You want to look it up? I say, oh, you want me to pay for it and get it and grow it for you? I was like, nope. You buy it, I'll grow it. I will, but you got to buy it. I'm not gonna pay for it, grow it, and do it. No. Uh, Eleanor says, I am going to head out as I got to continue working on my Illinois gardening training to become a master gardener. Okay, been there, done that. Back in 1985. Want to hear when you graduate? Cassandra, go and study. Get your study on. Cassandra South Fulton, what's up? You want to come back and do your Illinois? Dun, 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 dun. Waiting on graduation. That test ain't no joke, so make sure you study. And pay attention to your diagram, especially of the flower. And he using foot as sleep mask. She changes positions so many times, Mike. It'd be funny. I like when she put it over her eyes and she hide her face. Like, you gonna turn the light out, something. I'm just like, please. Yeah, she's spoiled. Caliente means meaning hot. Oh, okay. School me. All right. I ain't mad. Thank you very much. She had to laugh at that. Okay, Barb. I only speak English. Habla no español. Uh, hmm, poquito. Yeah. So, yeah. It's just a lot for people to take in. Before they started getting good jobs or better jobs and making more money and able to upgrade their grocery list, and then for them to go from top to bottom, they act like they don't know how to survive, and it's just stupid. Eleanor said, "I'm going to be sometime. I will have to become a master gardener volunteer. Hopefully, I will get in January 2026 if they are looking. If not, I got to wait." Yeah, got to get your hours in. We're supposed to do 50 hours a month to keep up our certification and volunteer. I let my certification go. Yeah, I'm not doing all of that. I got places to go, things to do, and people to see. And right now, I got to get back into doing my physical therapy. Hey, foraging and urban farming at the Kermit House. Hello, Hermit House. Sorry, not Kermit. Kermit the Frog. Oh, thank you for stopping in, foraging. Appreciate you. Yeah, I remember those days. Back when I went, most of them was like retired school teachers and librarians and stuff. So a lot of them folks was bougie. It was funny. I was like, me and my best friend, we did it together just to go for the certification. We knew how to grow stuff, but we just wanted to go for the title of master gardener. And then I realized there's only one master gardener. We ain't it. We peons working on in his garden. So yeah, I don't even say master gardener anymore. I'm just like, I'm a gardener. And the killer part about it, you never stop learning. It's always something new that you can learn, some things that you might upgrade from what you used to, and just enjoying being in your garden. A lot of people have learned how gardening can be peaceful, how they can pray, sing, dance, even holler and argue at your plants. If you don't grow, I'm pulling you up. You gotta go. So yeah. Jada versus Gina. What's up, daughter? Thank you. Got you and Liddy B up in here. Ooh, all my girls is popping up, huh? Ah, did she say, I'm a spicy pepper? Oh, I was watching your videos today too. Our sweet potatoes sucked so bad this year. I grew Beauregard and Bonita. Bonita was white sweet potato. I grew a lot of little ones, and ah, and only grew one nice size Beauregard. Won't do that again. I won't mix them like that. Belt Loop 29. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you. Yeah, yeah. You always learn. You're never too old to learn if you're paying attention to your setup and other people who might be in your grow zone. You might learn something. Yeah, it's been a while. So yeah, since I seen Belt Loop. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button and show me that you like me. Just a little bit. Will be greatly appreciated. Okay. Well, we understand, Belt Loop. Yeah. You got things you want to accomplish, bills you got to pay. If you can get it in, I ain't mad at you. Do what you got to do. Bouget and Prepper, my favorite vampire. That's cute. Yeah, so everybody saying hello to one another. So yeah, this is not the time to get finicky. Okay, this is not the time to act like you're better than the next person because you just prep better than they. They might be the person that might save your behind when you least expect it. I'm not saying that you got to kiss their toes or the ring like they the Pope, but be careful, because everybody's going to be running up on hard times once these prices keep going through the roof. Farmer says, I learn something every day. There are always different ways of doing things. Yeah, and everybody does it different. Yeah, everybody has something that they can bring to the table. You can watch 10 videos of everybody planting the same thing, and you will get 10 different setups. Some people might add fertilizer to the hole. Some people might add it to the soil earlier and give it a chance to start working in the soil. Some of them might do it in a cracking method or hydroponics before they put it in the ground. Some might start it from seeds, some might start it from starts. It is so many different ways for people to start their gardens and how they nurture them. And it can be all the same plant. Everybody can plant the same purple Cherokee tomato, and everybody's going to plant it different. Some people might use a stake, some might use a tomato cage, some might use the Florida weave. I mean, it's so many different ways to do stuff. Some people might use a bamboo pole. Some might use the stick off of a broke off mop or broom, to prop stuff up with. They might buy actual stakes that they can add to the soil. It's what they call it, cattle panels or fencing of some kind, or just string tied up to an overhead rope so that they can climb or twist it around. The rich folks will be the folks with seeds. Oh yeah, they might have seeds, but can they grow anything without them hiring a gardener? If they had to grow it on their own, like if Jose don't come by today and pull the weeds and water it, are they gonna sit there and watch it die? So money don't buy everything. Like it don't buy love, it don't buy health. If it does, it's not true. It's false. Yeah, different growth zones, different growing times, all the little things people do. Yeah, it varies. Okay, like some people believe that they should only plant during a full moon or a harvest moon or a blood moon. Or like in the north, we normally try to start our seedlings either the end of March or 1st of April, because we know how long it takes for certain seeds to germinate. It takes a long time for pepper seeds to germinate if you're starting from scratch. All right. Other vegetable seeds that you start, because we're still having cold nights. Sometimes we have sudden freezes where the temperature will bottom out, or even a surprise blizzard. Whereas a lot of you guys in the warmer southern states might start your spring garden in January or February. We're knee deep in snow up to our hips. So yeah, everybody's circumstances is different. No two people are the same. We could be in the same growth zone, like Gina and I and you grow Row and G Mama, Liddy B, all of us pretty much in the same growth zone. But since they're further south than me and TLC, their temperatures might be 10 to 15 degrees warmer than here in Northeast Ohio. So they get a jump start on their stuff before we do. So there is a difference. There is a difference. Some people don't like to use blood meal. Some people don't like to use bone meal. Some people don't like 511. They might have their own particular brand of fertilizer. Some people like, what's that? That frog. That frog is expensive, but it's a really good potting soil, especially in your green stocks. Excuse me. And then you try to catch what's ever on sale. I used to love that mushroom compost and used to be at the orange box store. They don't carry it anymore. And that hurt my feelings. They got the black cow and all the rest of them. But that mushroom, I would take that mushroom compost along with some cow manure and I would mix it with potting soil. And that would be a famine, especially when I was growing in pots combination. So I know some people who are close to the ocean or some type of body of water, they will go down there and collect the seaweed and use the seaweed in their compost piles or in their gardens. A lot of people are into adding the mulch, finely ground. It helps with aeration and drainage in their soils and stuff. What's that? I don't know what that is. Almani? Almanic? Okay. Um, so that's a great reason to save your seeds from your plants that perform the best for you in your area. Oh yeah, I have a bunch of medicine bottles that I save because they're green, and I put labels on them. And I've already harvested the seeds from. If any of you seen my video on Big Bertha, where I had peppers that was big as my hand, I harvested the seeds and I put them in there for 2025. I'm a butternut squash, by the way. Veggie wise, okay. Nothing wrong with that. That's good. Yeah, happy frog. Thank you. I couldn't think of the first word. Yeah, and your green stalks. It's good with drainage. It doesn't have all those sticks and stones and stuff in it, and it's really rich in organic matter. So yeah. And you make our own compost. My wife has been a master gardener for about 14 years. Okay. I used to do that as well. Hey, Jay, California bro Jay. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, Fortune says, I make compost. It's hard to make bad compost. It is. I had compost like here in the wintertime that got so hot so you could actually see the steam coming off the compost pile, and there was never snow on the top because it was too warm. So come springtime, I knew I had a good batch going. And you know what I did? I didn't have any fancy setup. I took a piece of wire, fencing, and put it in a circle and tied that side down, and I just throw stuff in there. Whether it was weeds that I pulled up, and I wouldn't throw any invasive kind of vines in there because once they get that enriched vitamins, they can take root and just wreak havoc. But for not the invasive weeds, leaves, twigs, old food scraps like carrot tops and bottoms and skins off of onions and stuff, the usual. And dead leaves off my plants and stuff, throw them all in there, and I would have compost the following year. But I hadn't made it in the last couple of years because we have a really bad problems with uh, animals. The raccoons would get in there and scratch up and tear up stuff. Groundhogs, they would just tear up my compost piles. Yeah. Bedlu said, though as long as I'm hanging out in there for a bit, I'm probably ought to be there with the right channel. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm glad you're here. I appreciate you. Yes, I do. I do. I do. I used to make a weed tea aid for great plant food. Okay. Yeah. I mean, they have a lot of nutrients and stuff like before people really got hip. And the old folks already knew about dandelions, about rich in vitamins that dandelions were. They was making dandelion tea, dandelion wine. They was making ointments out of them. And we just thought of it as a pretty little yellow flower as a kid where you pick it and take it to your mom and there might be ants all in it, the whole 9 yards, or taking it when it became going to seed to sit there and blow and your neighbor be mad because next year he got a lawn full of dandelions that he didn't have that year, So yeah, it makes a difference. Hey Kenna, nice to see you. I just saw you when the chat kind of shot past. So yeah. Fortune said you can also just do a pile method, like you said. Everyone does stuff a little different. I have a huge garbage can that never took away, so I do my yeah. I've had ones that had holes in the bottom. I throw that in there, and if it's black, it heated up a lot faster because it would hold the sunlight and the heat, and it would actually speed up decomposition. So yeah, I've done that too, and I've just throw it in a corner in the pile. I had a problem when I first moved here almost 26 years ago that the backyard was so hard pan clay till that when it rained, it took a week for the water to go down because of the clay. I just started collecting leaves from the neighbors and grass clippings and just threw them back there, just spread them out, just threw them back there. And during the winter months, it would compacted down, and then the worms started coming up through there and aerated. You could actually see the tunnels in the clay where they came up to get the leaves in the grass and take it, and they would pull it back down in them holes, improved the drainage, broke it up, and within a year or two, I could put my hand down there and just pull it up, rich soil full of worms. I took a desert and turned it into an oasis. Yeah. Hey, Joshua, nice to see you. Nana Wynn, thank you, thank you, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. Right back at you, sweetheart. Yeah, so like I said, everybody has their own way of gardening. No two people do it alike. You might start off seems similar, but in the end, it's altogether different. Like we was watching Hands in the Dirt or Life with Hands, showing us all his grow baskets and how he's in his new home planting all his fruit trees around the perimeter, you know. And I mean, he's coming in there kicking butts and taking names. He wants to get his yards up. Watching him build all his metal beds, got them full, got them planted. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work, and that's a lot of time, and that's a lot of strength. My back was hurting looking at all that soil that they had put in and filling all those beds. Them beds was huge, and he filled them all up and got that stuff planted out. So my hat off to Hands. You did a beautiful job in getting a good start on your garden in your new house. Well, I'm glad you was able to come over here too, Nana. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And that's what my granddaughter called me. No, my great granddaughter. My granddaughter called me Graham. My great granddaughter called me Nana. I call her Gigi and I'm Nana. Yeah. Oh, so everybody say hello. You say, yes, Miss Shirley. I had a clay down here too. I have worked on it for years. Beautiful black soil, still improving. This year, cover crops with crimson clovers. Okay, clover is a good breakup because clover will send its roots down deep and break that all up, and then you can turn it over in the spring and plant whatever you want in there. That's a good thing. Yeah. Yep. 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 Yes, it is. So my friend, when he came over the other day, he got some of my ginger and some of my what was that? I had ginger and turmeric, and so he brought some more plants in the basement, and I yeah, I'm tipping real tough down in the basement. I keep adding plants to the to the basement. My basement's starting to look like a greenhouse. I'm waiting for the ooh, 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 It's like a jungle down there. I mean, I got these huge banana leaves, and then I added some more figs and some pepper plants that I'm trying to overwinter for the first time. And yeah, yeah. And what was the other one? It's another plant down there. So yeah, I've really run out of room in the basement. Ah, you say you named it to your grands too. This is my great grand. My granddaughter called me. She don't call me grandma. She called me Gram, Gram. But the new baby, the 2-year old, the great grandbaby, she called me Nana. I'm Nana and she's Gigi. And my granddaughter said, "Why you call her Gigi?" Gigi stands for great granddaughter. So she's Gigi and I'm Nana. Black eyed peas is a good nitrogen fixture as well. Just about any kind of pea. Actually, any kind of peas is good. They're nitrogen fixer. Whether it's sweet peas or snap peas or whatever, they're all pretty much a nitrogen fixer. But thank you for that added information. Oh, you're welcome, Hans. You know, I don't mind complimenting you guys when I sit down and I get a chance to relax and watch you guys' videos and see the hard work that you put in, because you're only going to get out of your garden what you put into the garden. And I've seen, especially you ladies, you're going above and beyond the call of really getting your gardens together. I was watching how far Miss T with the T has come. I remember when this child didn't garden at all. Okay, she had a good podcast, she had a good show Monday through Friday, but she wasn't gardening worth jack. Now this girl is growing all kinds of stuff. Okay, I just enjoy watching you guys blossom and grow. Some of you guys been in the game just as long as I have been. I've been in the game since I was knee high to a duck, and I'm in my 70s now. So yeah, I've been gardening a long time, and I'm always learning new stuff, improving, editing, adding, all that good stuff. So yeah, and I enjoy watching you guys. Y'all give me a lot of good ideas too. Sylvia, what's up, girl? What's up? How you doing, girlfriend? I get tickled with Sylvia and Nettie and Netta's Nest. When she said, "Hey, Nesties," I enjoy you guys. Y'all just make me smile. Y'all just make me happy. And I sit out and I watch the stuff everybody has got into green stocks. When I saw a broke farmer with a green stock, I thought I seen it all. I was cracking up. I was like, green stock, no, they didn't made money off this garden community. Y'all done pimped us big time. I was like, who's that? Cozy Corners, Kim Corners. That girl got like 17 green stocks. And who's that? Asia. She got about 14. I'm just y'all laying me out with these green stocks. I got one. I think I'm doing something. And I was watching Fran the other day putting her green stocks together. I was like, y'all go for it. Y'all done made green stocks multi-millionaires. This garden community on them green stocks. It's funny. Mike, you ain't never been behaving. You be playing on them, but yeah. You said green stocks would take, yeah, yeah, farmer, yeah. The green stocks and came out there kicking butts and taking names. I went in there to look at the ones what they call new edition. And then I looked yesterday and it said sold out. I was like, I'll wait for y'all to go back down. I want a second one, but I'm not paying full price. No. Yeah. I'm gonna use the discount codes, but I'm gonna wait till they come back around. And yeah. And I'm not that big on colors. I just want a second one. I want a second one that I want to put nothing but herbs in. Herbs, herbs, however you want to pronounce it. Yeah, they do. Yeah, yeah, fortune, they do. But you got to stay on top of them green stalks though, because they will dry out on your butt. Yeah, you got to make sure they're watered. Annie. Oh, okay. Bathroom time. All right. So yeah, so green stocks though, they didn't got over like a fat rat. So I ain't mad at them. I'm not. I enjoy them. This is my second year with mine. Yeah, this is my first full year with mine. I just got it last year, so last spring. So it was a year this year. So Ain't bad. I'm learning how to grow stuff. Um, I'm learning how to put the taller stuff at the bottom and the smaller stuff in the top. So, because once, if you put the taller stuff at the top, it'll shade out the stuff in the bottom. And I got just on the first layer at the bottom is all strawberries because I already got a field of strawberries. But I just wanted to see if they would grow in the green stock. They took right away. Yeah, what you say? Miss T got affiliated. Yeah. Yep. Everybody waiting on another sale. I'm not paying full price for nothing. I had a nerve to get the accessories. And you know who got me originally hooked on green stocks? You Grow Row, because she got a bunch of them too. She had them on the deck, on the ground. She had them everywhere. Hey, experience with Sassy. What's up, baby girl? Thank you, my Cali girlfriend. How are you? Yeah, thank you for stopping in to see that. I appreciate y'all. You know what, y'all? I would normally try to go a little longer, but I need to rest my leg. Life is hands. I can't see to me, to put all my strawberries in a green stock to me is a waste because they're gonna give you that one big flush of fruit and then they go dormant and I don't know when they'll give another flush of fruit. And to me that seemed wasted space where I could be planting other stuff in there. So yeah. Oh, this that's where I just got to spin. I just make do without all the bling. Oh, hey, Laura's Garden. Yeah, I'm trying to leave, but more people keep coming in and keep coming in. And I do appreciate y'all, but it's been a long day. Uh, I'm starting to wind down. Believe me, I had my anxiety. My anxieties was up when I did this. Like, it was like, do you want to be knocked out or you just want us to go ahead and numb it and hit you with that needle? And I was like, just hit me with the needle and get it over with. They said, nah, we're gonna numb you first, but we ain't gonna knock you out. So I was like, okay. So my anxiety level has been up here. You guys have helped me come down because I ain't kidding. I was snorting and snarly today. They stuck a needle in me this long. And when they had me on the operating table, they was like, you gonna feel a little pinch. And I was like, little my foot. I saw that needle. I had to close my eyes. Yeah. So excuse me, I'm still getting this congestion up out of my chest too. My granddaughter, I told her I ain't coming back over if she got any new germs. She said, no, she good. I was like, thank you, because I ain't got over from this last stuff. So I'm finna get off of here. My leg is not stiff for a change. That shot is helping, but I need to prop it and put some ice on it because I'm still have a little problem with swelling. So I want to say to you all this evening, thank y'all so much for stopping by. As I always tell y'all, y'all make this old lady happy. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that like button. Tell me that you love me.